Hello and welcome back to another episode of Happy Hour with Hockett. I am your host, Anna Hockett, and today we have a very special guest again. We have Holly from Hoff Leigh, and I'm going to let her get to who she is and what she does in just a moment. But to start things off, I always, like I usually do, have to give my plug to the Colorado Springs Rising Professionals. And the best thing about Colorado Springs Rising Professionals, you guys, is that whether you have been here for a long time or you've only been here for a short period of time, whether you have a huge network or a small network, the Colorado Springs Rising Professionals, or the CSRP, will meet you where you're at. So whether you're looking to network with folks within the Colorado Springs Rising Professionals group, or you're looking to get connected to another group or a small business, that's really what Colorado Springs Rising Professionals is all about. I'm very happy to be a part of it and to share the stories of some veteran Colorado Springs Rising Professionals like Holly here. And per usual, we'll get going with a cheers, but I'm going to let Holly introduce herself really quick, and then we'll get into some things.
Hey, Holly. Guys. This is my home edition. I'm at my house. I'm working from home today. And if you hear weird noises in the background, it's because I have two corgis, and one of them is going to start barking at me because every time I get on a Zoom call, he barks and he wants treats. So, sorry, Frank Corgi's going to bark at us. I might have to go give him a treat. Hold on, okay? Hold on. Franklin.
We keep it real here on Happy Hour with Hockett. And the dogs are Frank and Hurley, in case anybody is wondering.
I'm going to have treats on hand so he stops barking at me.
Perfect. So Holly, tell us a little bit about who you are and how long you've been in Colorado Springs. I think you might be one of our longer living in Colorado Springs people here.
Yeah, so I actually am a native, which is very rare for Colorado Springs because it's a military town. And I grew up here. I went to Coronado High School. I grew up on the west side of Colorado Springs, 80904, Coronado Cougar. Can
you hear the fight song?
I have no idea what the fight song is. And I was a swimmer growing up, and then I got a full ride scholarship to go to the University of Denver to swim. And I did that for 2 years. And then I decided I really wanted to go to film school. So I ended up transferring to the University of Southern California and to USC, and spent 3 years there, and then ended back in my dog's making really weird noises. So let me just show you what he's doing right now. Frank, that's Frank right there.
Frank just is so jealous that you're not hanging out with him.
I know. I'm going to have to give him treats this whole time. Anyways, so I went to film school in LA, and then came back to Colorado Springs. My husband is actually also from Colorado Springs. We grew up swimming together. So came back. We both wanted to get into commercial real estate, and the rest is history.
Wonderful. Well, I don't know if you have a cocktail with you, but another tradition on Happy Hour with Hockett is we always do a little cheers to start everything off. So typically I have a local cocktail. This is a wine that I bought at a local liquor store. So I haven't gotten into the local Colorado wines yet, but we'll do a little cheers to kick things off.
Cheers. So
Holly, tell us more about Hoff Leigh and your commercial real estate.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you want to know? So my dad and a gentleman named Bob Hoff, so my dad's Tim Leigh, and Bob Hoff started the company in 1987. So it's actually the longest operating commercial real estate firm in Colorado Springs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. And then my husband, RD, and I moved back to the Springs in 2007, at the end of 2007. And we started brokering for Hoff Leigh in 2008. And I remember my dad telling me, you're going to make so much money doing this, and it's going to be great. And
Except for it's 2008.
Well, that was 2007, and then 2008 hit, and it actually was a really good time to get into commercial brokerage because, it just it instilled a lot of things that we still do today to kind of get our career going. So then in 2011, we actually bought the company from my dad. Bob Hoff has been retired a long time. Actually, Bob Hoff passed away, I think about a year and a half ago. He was in his 90s, so he lived a really good life.
Oh.
And so, yeah, my husband and I have been running the company since 2011. We primarily represent local landlords and sellers. So we are a listing brokerage firm, but we also work with a lot of local buyers and tenants. And then we have another side of our business, which is we rehab old commercial buildings and we bring them back to life and we make them happy again. So, which I personally really, really enjoy. So our most recent project that we did, Frank's barking at me.
Frank's excited about it.
Yeah, Frank's really excited. He has a lot to tell us about commercial remodels. I'm throwing them treats. That's why I look down. I know it's kind of distracting. Anyways, our most recent remodels building at I-25 in Bijou. It's the Bank of the San Juans building. We painted it white and put a logo on it, or not a logo, but mural on it. And so, yeah, we're just looking for the next project, but we do a lot of deals with local landlords and sellers, and it's been really fun. And a lot has changed in Colorado Springs since we came back in 2008. So it's been really exciting to watch the city grow and change, and to see some really cool things start to happen in the Springs.
For sure. And Hoff and Leigh has grown so much, even since, so just to tell all the viewers, I've known Holly, and if you watch the interview with PPA, Anna is RD, Holly's husband's sister, and Holly's best friend, and obviously one of my friends as well. So, you know, I've been here, like I always tell everybody, what, 2 or 3 years now, and Hoff and Leigh has grown so much in the time that I've been here.
Yeah, we are consistently trying to grow our brand presence in the Colorado Springs market. We also have offices in other areas of the country. So when RD and I moved back to the Springs, one of the things we wanted to do was to open offices around the country, because we have some really good systems that we've put in place. And we finally opened an office, Frank, we finally opened an office in Denver 2.5 years ago, which is doing really, really well. A gentleman named Brandon Langwitz runs that office. So yeah, we are consistently trying to grow and to gain more market share. And so it's been good.
So what's it like, Holly, working with your husband?
Basically, RD does the investment side, and I focus primarily on brokerage and running the Colorado Springs brokerage. So while we work in the same office, we don't really work together. I think that would be really tough. So,
yeah.
And we're very different. I went to film school, and he is a mathematics and engineering major, which really came in helpful when we were doing homeschool a couple weeks ago, because, I'm just not mathematics. I mean, I can do math, don't get me wrong. But
right. When it pertains to deals that you're brokering, you can do all the math in the world.
But when it comes to 4th grade math, I mean, come on.
I wouldn't want to do it either. Absolutely not. No, I certainly, you knew that I wasn't the friend to call when it came to the homeschooling, for sure.
Yeah. So it's good. It's all good.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about, so how did you know that you wanted to make the jump from film? USC is one of the best film schools in the world. Yeah. And you wanted to make the jump to, like, tell me about that, to commercial.
Well, I think that basically the epiphany I had was that I just really wanted to be a deal maker. And so in the film industry, they've got, you've got kind of like the buying side and the selling side of film. And, the buying side would be the studios, the networks, people that are buying the content. And then the selling side are the creative types. And when I was my first job out of college, I just realized, you know what, I don't need to do this in film. I could do this in any industry. And RD had always wanted to get into commercial real estate. I had always had an interest in commercial real estate. So I actually came back to Colorado Springs for a couple of weeks and hung out to see if it's something that I would like to do. Yeah. And so yeah, that's kind of it. And then we made the jump. We're like, all right, let's do this. And originally we were going to come back and move up to Denver and open a Denver office. But we just kind of, Colorado Springs is an incredible place. When I moved back from Los Angeles, I felt a little bit lame. I was like, oh, I'm so lame. I'm moving back from LA to be in Colorado Springs. And, but once we got back here, I was like, Colorado Springs is incredible. I mean, you can have a very affordable home that's right up next to the mountains with incredible access to the trail systems. And at the time we didn't have kids, but I thought, when we have kids, they'll be in some of the best school districts in the state. Taxes are low. There's opportunity to buy commercial real estate in the Springs. Like it's actually something that's attainable.
Yeah.
So we decided to stay here and just look for someone to open the Denver office, which took us a while because one of the things that we really focus on at Hoff Leigh is our culture, and making sure that we bring on the right brokers and because, you know, we're essentially helping these people grow. So it took us a while to find the right guy for Denver, but we ultimately decided, hey, let's stay in Colorado Springs. Let's grow the brand presence in Colorado Springs, and let's try to make a positive impact on the community that we grew up in. And so far, so good.
That's amazing. So for people that don't know Hoff and Leigh or maybe don't know the logo or the names off of hand, they're the red and white signs that you see literally everywhere in Colorado Springs, which is so exciting for you guys and exciting for, I love that we've gotten to know you guys. And Holly's done some deals with my husband, which is really, really exciting. But tell me a little bit more about like taking that jump. Cause we've been interviewing some really cool business owners. And I just think I look up to that so much because it's everybody that I've talked to so far, which has been probably 6 to 8 people, I can't remember, but has this feeling that Colorado Springs is so special. And I've felt that, you know, since I've moved here from Chicago. So tell me more about like, was it nerve-wracking? Were you ready? Were you nervous? Like taking the jump to like, all right, we're going to do this. We're going to do it in Colorado Springs and we're going to take over for, you know, this business. Tell me about that.
I mean, I was really young when we did it.
Right. But like even more so then, like that has so much guts.
24. It's like, who would hire me? I was 24 years old. I think, I think out of college, you know, I took a job and I realized very quickly that I'm very entrepreneurial and I don't do well in a traditional setting. Like I needed to do something entrepreneurial. So I don't think that it was really so much scary for me. I think it just was, the hardest thing was moving back to the Springs because I really liked Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I really did feel kind of lame moving back from LA. But
especially because you grew up here too, right? Like no one like.
Yeah, and you don't appreciate Colorado Springs when you grow up here.
Of course.
And I spent so much time in the pool growing up that I didn't realize we had all these incredible trail systems. So I think for me, the biggest thing was it was kind of a tough decision to leave Los Angeles because I liked LA. But in terms of going and starting in a new career and doing something more entrepreneurial, that was really appealing to me. And I figured that out right out of college very quickly that, you know, I don't make a good employee. You know, I need to be doing something like commercial real estate. It's a great example. I mean, you're doing something, you're practicing the same skill set every day, but you're dealing with different people and different people's problems and figuring out solutions for those people. So it gives you a lot of variety on a daily basis to be doing things that kind of, you know, spice up your day.
Absolutely. And so what does a typical day look like you or even for your staff and your brokers? Because from experience, I do know, just because I know a few of them, how important the culture is and how important a good fit is to you and your team there, and how you kind of let them run their own business, which is, I think, super empowering and super powerful as far as being an employee. What would you say, like, tell me about that a little bit and having employees and being able to watch them grow and all of that and what their typical days look like.
So I was Franklin, my dog's barking at me again. It's time for another treat. He's gone through a whole bag of treats.
You're gonna run out of treats just because of this.
He's so bad. He's a diabetic corgi. He gets whatever he wants. He recently had pancreatitis and survived, so now he really gets whatever he wants.
He's a survivor.
He's a survivor. Frank's a survivor. He's also semi-blind from the diabetes. Anyways, typical day, you know, it depends on the person. I think one thing with people that are very successful entrepreneurs, they have a very disciplined schedule and they stick to a schedule. Even though you're your own employee, that doesn't mean you can just roll out of bed at 10 a.m. and just do whatever you want all day.
Goof off all day, right?
Yeah, and actually what's been really tough in the last basically 2 months has been, you know, with this whole COVID deal and with homeschooling, because we have 2 small girls, our schedule has been off because we've been teachers and, you know, it's just been a weird deal. But, you know, I think typically what we do is we get up, we go into the office, we touch base with all of our brokers to see what they have going on. depending on who the broker is, they might have a different schedule. They might wake up and get to the office and, start cold calling, start networking, going to coffee meetings. Pre-COVID, I would go out to lunch every day with our brokers, different brokers every day.
Right.
But it has been fun to watch, some of our agents grow and kind of come into their own. A good example is our company president actually started out as our bookkeeper 10 years ago. And then we promoted her to company controller, and now she's actually company president. So it's really nice. Our D and I actually focus more now. I focus a lot on deal making and transactions. Our D focuses a lot on putting investment deals together. And Andrea, our company president, works with the staff, which has been really awesome because she's very good at it. So we have a really great team. Most of our staff has been with us for quite a while, from our marketing department to our admin lady. And in terms of brokers, I hope I'm answering your question the way you wanted to answer.
You are.
It's always fun to watch. A lot of the brokers we have, especially in Colorado, have been brokers that we have grown versus recruiting brokers that are experienced. And so we have a really good training program that we've put together for these brokers. And it's fun to watch them grow, and watch them flourish, and watch them make money and do deals. And, so yeah.
And do great things for Colorado Springs. I think that that's something that maybe I just get so excited about, because like I said, everybody that I've talked to so far on this platform has been so proud of Colorado Springs and the way that it's growing, and the things that we're able to do and bring. And that's something that I would think would be super, super rewarding for you and for your brokers, and for just to see the difference that you're able to make, and the different types of businesses and the different types of things you're able to do with commercial real estate, which until I really even met you, I didn't even think about it ever. But you're able to change the whole city, which is so incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, because when I went away to college, Powers Boulevard didn't exist, which is crazy. And then I came back from LA and was like, whoa, what is this?
Absolutely.
The other thing is, like, all what's really exciting to me is all the cool stuff that's going on downtown Colorado Springs. I mean, if you drive down Cimarron and you look north and you see all the things that Norwood has done with the Olympic Museum and with that whole area and that whole district, I mean, that stuff is really, really exciting and is really great for Colorado Springs. And I think that Colorado Springs, when I moved back here, had a reputation of being kind of this religious place. It's, military and just very conservative and not innovative. And Colorado Springs has really changed in the last 10 years. I mean, I think we don't look like the, redheaded stepchild of Denver anymore. I think we're a very attractive place for people to move and to grow their business. And we're certainly more affordable than Denver. So yeah, I mean, it's exciting to be part of all the change that's going on in Colorado Springs. And I really think that even with everything that's going on in the world today, Colorado Springs is going to be sitting pretty, because we don't sit right on top of each other. People have nice properties that are affordable. We have so much outdoor open space that people can enjoy. So there's a lot of really awesome things that Colorado Springs has going for it.
Absolutely. And then the fact that you get to watch it grow, like you've been able to watch it grow for the last 12 or 13 years, as far as like being on the other side of the real estate that's being sold or being rented, and especially the development piece. I mean, everyone that is watching this needs to know, like, right off of 25, you can see this gorgeous building that looks like it's brand new. And it's something that you guys have really completely transformed. And as you continue to do this stuff, like, you're changing the whole look and feel of what old school Colorado Springs might have been, but you're also keeping the same, maybe some of the same values or some of the same organizations, but transforming the look of it.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's exciting. I'd like to find more buildings to renovate. It's bad because I have clients that are like, what should I do to get my building leased? And I'm like, you should just renovate it.
Renovate it and make it look gorgeous, like we did with this building. And
So
that's amazing.
yeah.
Well, I'm so happy that you got to join us. I don't want to take up any more of your time, and Hurley and Frank, your dog's time for sure.
Frank has gone through 2 bags of treats.
You're gonna be fresh out of treats just because of this. But no, I appreciate it so much, Holly. And this is something I think that it's so important for folks to know, that like, you're not just a real estate sign, you're real people. And there's really great people that are working for Hoff Leigh. And if you need help with commercial real estate, renting, whatever, tell everybody exactly what to come to you guys for, and how to do that.
So it's really easy. You can, it's funny, I have signs that say call Holly, and sometimes my clients will just call me and say, you have a sign that said to call you. I'm like, we list.
That's why I call you. That's why
exactly.
I called you for this.
Yeah. We list, lease, and sell commercial buildings, and we help local tenants and buyers find places for their business. We help investors place money. So if you have any sort of commercial real estate need, whether you are an experienced investor or if you're a first-time buyer, we can help you with any of those needs. We can consult with you on your building on how to get it leased and how to get the most money for it. So Frank is agreeing with me right now. And so we've been around for over 30 years, and we've won best commercial real estate firm in Colorado Springs year over year. And so we're just happy to be here to help the community through commercial real estate. And if you have any needs, you can call me directly, 719-337-0999, or you can shoot me an email, or you can text me. But we're here to help. We're excited that we're here. And so is Frank.
Holly, what's the website? Is there a website that people can go to too?
No, we don't believe in websites.
Okay, cool.
I'm just kidding. It's hold on. Frank, come here, Frank.
I'm like, well, good luck, but
it's www.hoffleigh.com. And
Perfect.
Leigh is Leigh.
Well, we'll make sure that we include that in the bio of this.
I'm really sorry about Frank.
It's all right.
I would do this at the office, but unfortunately our office got broken into multiple times in a row, and it's a little from people not being at the office building, from having to work from home.
And it's because your office is pretty legit. I love that.
Yeah,
office.
and so we moved everything home because we've just had some stuff we've had to do there. So I apologize for the barking corgis in the back.
It's all good. We thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And you guys, obviously, Holly and I have been friends since I've moved here as well. So I'm very excited to support her business. And like she said, they're ranked #1. I mean, they have locations all over the place. They're the longest running in Colorado Springs. If you need commercial real estate, if you need to list, if you need to do any of the stuff she was talking about that I know nothing about, please get in touch with www.hoffleigh.com. Holly said her cell phone number, which I would probably never do on this show, but I'm thrilled that she did. And you can see it all over town as well. So the red and white signs, Hoff and Leigh. Thanks so much.
And if you want any advice on how to train a dog.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people are going to call you for corgi training.
Yeah.
But we'll do one last cheers like we always do to end the show. Cheers to everybody. And thanks so much for joining us. Have a great one.
All right. Bye.